Hey guys, Nick Layton here. Today we're taking a look at this killer solo by Bruce Kulick from Kiss. This is from the 1985 album Asylum, and the song is Who Wants to Be Lonely. I always liked this album quite a bit. It's the same one that had Tears Are Falling on it, the big hit with the video, and I just remember colors. There's lots of colors, glitter, all kinds of cool stuff. But this is a really cool solo, and it's mixing a bunch of different stuff, including a cool tapping lick in there. And overall, I think Bruce is really a underrated guitar player. He doesn't get mentioned in the same breath as a lot of the guys from the '80s, but he's still out there doing it too. And I just think this is a killer solo, by an underrated player. And a really good Kiss album, even though it's different than a lot of their other stuff. But I think it holds up pretty well. It's a strong album for sure. So we're going to take a look at this solo. I'm going to break it down for you in just a sec. Before we do that, make sure and check in the description below. I've got a bunch of goodies there for you. And one is the tab and the jam track for this lesson, so you can try this out yourself. And I hope to see a lot of you give this a go. In addition to the tab and the jam track, I've also got my free sweep picking course, Sweep Picking Boot Camp, absolutely free, and my gift to you. Make sure and check that out. It's really going to help you out with arpeggios and sweep picking. Okay, so before we get going, I want to say thanks to my buddy Lorenzo from Italy. He recommended this solo, said it's one of his favorite solos of all time, and I was really blown away once I got into it, how cool of a solo this was to learn and to play. Now, a couple of things I want to mention on the get-go is, in doing some research for this, I noticed that Bruce plays it a couple of the licks differently than what I'm showing you here, and even from the studio recording to a little tutorial that I saw Bruce doing, it seems like there might be a couple differences there between those two things, and that's common. As players, we tend to change stuff when we play it live and make little nuances, so that could be the case. I'm not saying it for sure is, but anyways, all that to say is the version I'm showing you here is very close to the original, and where there are differences in the way that Bruce did it, I'll show you as far as what I know. Okay, so let's get going on this. This is in standard tuning. The song itself is in the key of E, and we're playing over these chords. We're playing over a D to E minor, basically, just as power chords. So then we're playing over a C to D. Back to the E, D to E, and then the C to D one more time, and it goes to a C, and this is where the tapping part is played, and then it goes up to a D, and then you're into the post solo section, which is basically another verse going into the chorus. So that's the chord progression, key of E minor for everything except over that C tapping part. It kind of changes scales there briefly, so we'll get to that in a sec. So let's check it out here. So the first lick is there's a unison bend, and this is on 15 on the B string and 12 on the high E. You bend up 15 to sound like the high E. Kind of let them ring. And a quick little triplet lick. That's 12 high E, 15 pull off to 12, and then just rebend 15. And you're going to go from that right into this quick 16th note triplet lick. And I think really to nail that, you're going to have to kind of use the this fingering here. So it's 17, 15, 14 on the high E, 15, 14. So now you're going to go 17 B back to 14 on the high E, 17, 15 B. So that's 16 on the G. You're going to do this bend from 17 up a step and a half. So you're going to try to get 20. So it would sound like 20. This G note. Lower that to 17, pull off to 15, and then resolve it to 17 on the B string. Okay, so if I just play this slow. Okay, the first two parts. Alright, and now we're going to play this next section. Have a little melodic part here. It's 12, 13, 15 on the B. Uh, 12, 13, 15 on the B, high E, 12th fret. Back down 15, 13. And then on the B, and then 12, 13, 12. Hammer pull, 14G, 12B, back to 14 on the G. Okay, and then it goes right into the same lick to there, to that point. So it's 12, 13, 15B, 12 high E, 15, 13B, 12, 13B. So. Then we're going to do a descending run down. So just to show you this. Okay, and then the descending lick. Now here's one little section where Bruce, I don't think he's going here. And I don't think he's going here. What I think he's doing is like that. But just for clarity on the rhythm here, I'm going to add this note in where it's 14 to 16 on the G. That's really what the ear is hearing. So coming out of this previous lick would be okay, so it's 14, 16, 14G, slide to 12, hammer 14, pull off to 12, slide to 11, hammer 12, pull off to 11, and then resolve it on the 7th fret on the G string, which is your D note. Okay, so let's do the whole thing up to that point. Hopefully that makes sense. Super cool. Now this is going into the tapping. This is one of the parts here too where I saw, I think it was on a tutorial video that Bruce did. I don't know if it was Hot Licks or something else, but he was showing another lick that was similar to this from the solo, and then he briefly covered the lick from the actual solo here that we're doing. But it sounds a little different on the recording to me, so I'm wondering if there was a difference in the way he played it as time went on. But anyway, what we're going to do here is to get this going, the tapping lick over the C chord, you tap on 13 just to get the lick going. You're going to hammer on 5, 6, 8 on the B string. So this is all on the B string so far. You're going to do that 3 times. So basically you're tapping 13, 5, 6, 8 with the fret hand, tap 13 again, and pull off as well. So then you're pulling 8, 6 to 5 again, rehammer, tap, pull off, rehammer, tap, pull off. You'll do this 3 times. Now on the 4th time we're going to do this. Okay, so if we just take it from the top. So you're doing a double tap on the 4th one. That's twice on 13, which would pull off to 8. Then do it again. Then do the pull off to 6 to 5. Hammer on 6, 8. Tap again at 13. Pull the whole thing off. Okay, so slow the whole tapping part so far is. Okay, then we're going to go to the G string. A couple options here is, well, here I'll show you what I just did. Tap 12 on the G string, pull off to 5 on the G, hammer on 7, hammer on 9, pull off 7, pull off 5, and then tap 12 again. Now what I'm thinking Bruce was doing here was is not tapping that last 12 on the G string and instead playing 8 on the B string with your ring finger. So you could play that either way. Or, and I think on the video I tapped it. But I can't remember, but I think I tapped it. Either way, I think it's a little easier actually tapping that last note, but hey, do it however you want. So the main thing is getting the notes out. Okay, so if we take the entire tapping lick, one more time, a little cleaner. Now let's do the tapping part a little faster now. Alright, so that's the tapping section. Then we're going to play this climbing lick here, double picking. And this is starting on D on the 5th fret A string, twice, 7 on D, 7 on the A string, so twice on that, 9th fret A string, twice there, twice on the 7th fret D string, twice on the 9th fret D string, once on the 7th fret G string, bend 9 up on the G string the whole step. So that whole lick is. You get a little nice little mute there, can kind of clean it up. Alright, and then we're into the last lick, super fast lick, which I'll show you how I do it first, and then I'll show you how I think Bruce is doing it. So what I'm doing is going up to the 17th fret and playing 17 on the A string, 14, 16, 17, 16, 14 on the D. And I'm just picking the first note, hammering on, pulling off the rest. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but on different strings. 17th fret D string, 14, 16, 17, 16, 14 G. Then I'm going to move up to 17 with my middle finger on the G string, and also play 15, 17, 19, 17, 15 on the B string. So all together you get this. Okay, super fast, 16th note triplets. And that last bend is really awesome. A way to end the solo. It's a step and a half bend on 19. Bend it up so it sounds like 22. And then lower it down back to 19. So the ending would be. Okay. Okay, so regarding this last lick here, I think Bruce is actually playing the same notes, but playing them up higher. And so he's going 17, 19, 21 across the A. Down to 17 on the D, and then back to 21, 19 A. So same thing on the D, 15, 17, 19, 21. 17 G, 21, 19 D. So, and then same idea here, 17, 19, 21 G, 19 B, and then back to 21, 19 on the G, and then the same bend. But for me, this lick works a lot better here. It's just better hand position for me. Things get a little cramped up here for runs like that for me. So there you go. Either way is cool. Alright guys, so that's the whole solo. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure and check out the tab and the jam track in the description below and give it a go yourself. Also make sure and grab that free sweep picking guide, Sweep Picking Boot Camp. And before we go here, I'm going to go ahead and play the solo for you one time through at a slow tempo. Alright, and that's it guys. Enjoy that. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Rock on.